Okay, soy John Iberg, aka Juanito Iberg, aka Biker John, my world upon wheels, retired world bike tour. And today is Tuesday, the 31st of July 2026, and I am now crossing over finally on the Bay Bridge. It was a very steep hill. It took me quite a while to figure out if I was going to continue ascending by pushing a bloody heavy Frankenbike up that hill. There's shades of the Blue Ridge Parkway. Did a lot of walking on that Blue Ridge Parkway. That's exactly what that was like. And I really didn't want to go up anymore, but good. And it was a lot of work. But I waited there before I ascended anymore, and I checked Google Maps. I put a question out, and then I looked at the different map scenarios that I had, and I am so glad that I figured that I could go this way. A motorist came by, stopped, crossed me, and asked if I humped up that hill. I said, yes. Hopefully that's it. No more hills. I do have a ground floor apartment, or ground floor room, marked as Best Value in Richmond. About an hour away or so. This is great. Well, am I on the wrong side? I don't know. There are no pedestrians right now. Well, actually, I guess I'm supposed to be here. That is the pedestrian zone. I'm on this half of the divided bikeway. This is great. And I am indeed going east on Interstate 80. Okay. That's correct. Now all the signals are right there. Heads are on to my right. I'm in, this is the eastbound lane, and the westbound lane is adjacent to me. Look at this bridge. This is the second state-of-the-art Bay Bridge. The first one was went down in the earthquake here in 1989, I think. Wow. Sometimes you just gotta work hard. And this is what makes it worth it. I think, well, I know, it depends on how I go from here. You know, I'll overnight in Richmond at the American Best Value Inn. What a great chain that is. Ground floor, and I love it. We're holding it for it till 7, but I will be there long before 7. I have just now gone to the most difficult part of this particular trip. What was really great about stopping off at Treasure Island, I really needed food. I also still need a lot of sleep. But the grocery store, they had like a deli counter. I got fried chicken, a piece of fried chicken, oh yeah, and fresh tomatoes, bananas, two bananas, chicken with some barbecue sauce, what was it, cottage cheese, and I got plastic utensils. I will keep those in these panniers for whenever. I ended up needing some utensils last night. I was able to improvise with some stuff that I got at the mini mart under new ownership. All I need to do is the microwave stuff. Gosh, what a trip! Microwave high protein. It was Stouffer's something. It's high protein. That's what I went for. The highest protein I could get. It was from the other country. I'll think of it. Swedish meatballs. That was all what I needed for water to drink. It was all right, and I did have some protein bars, stuff like that. But I have not. Just earlier, I finally ate some more real food. All I had for the breakfast this morning was a protein bar and coffee, of course. But it worked out fine. A little bit expensive, so close to stay, but it's what I need. And I'd really like to get to where I need to be within a couple hours. I am still super tired. Well, that's part of traveling. Feet do hurt a little bit swollen. But and today presumably is the warmest day of the week. I do have full shoes on, but to go sidewalk signs for 15 miles per hour. This is such an excellent bike-friendly access here. This is typical of the entire Bay Area. Very bicycle friendly, except when I had to hump up that bloody hill because there was construction going on. Okay. No gain without a little bit of pain. So far, so good. And this is great because I'm just coasting. I am just coasting. Nice little down. Speed limit is 15 miles per hour, 26 an hour. And I could not be doing this without my Franken bike, which is amalgamation of various bikes. It's got my S40 drop bars from fantastic cruisebike.com. I have my S40 drop handlebars. I got 15,000 miles worth of clicks out of my S40 before I modified things a little too much. So, but the drop bar was still good. And then my good friend Diane KJ sent me an image of a cruise bike that had a motor on it, e-motor. I contacted the cruise bike. They said, yes, we have two with slight blemishes, return from slight blemishes. I said, I'll take them both, one in a spade. These were T50E, which are specifically designed to have the little motor on them. But I have since modified that. Putting my S40 drop bars. Let's see. And most importantly, I was able to put from ebikekit.com, it's fantastic, heavy-duty, direct drive, 26-inch e-wheel. I was able to put it fit right into the dropout, which is actually why my S40 only got 15,000 miles before that place, because I had installed the heavy-duty 48-volt direct drive E-axle from the wheel, and I had to shave off a little bit of the dropouts on the S40 weekend. And of course, that's where it broke. After 15,000 miles, 54,000 clicks. That was 2 countries, 8 states. Anyway, I've been on that. That lasted up to 2019, from Yerba Buena Island 2019 to New Year's Day 2021, when the dropouts finally dropped off. Then I was able to get a hold of 2 very faint blemished T50Es, which I'm using the same T50E frame set. Back then I put in a new e-wheel, or new front wheel from one of the 2. So this is great. And I've got powered by these incredibly fantastic 48-volt 20-amp e-batteries from Phil Lau, who is sales02 at impactpower.com. It's so incredibly reliable. I love it. Now, back at the ferry landing in San Francisco proper, I switched out one of the e-batteries after having cycled up from SFO, the Regency Inn there, and that was great. And I'm going to get in within a couple hours. It's wonderful. This is nice because I did a huge amount of work there and but once I got onto this, I'm just I can't do it without my fantastic Frankenbike. You can't go wrong with the cruise bike modified with my heavy duty Bike-Ped.com 48-volt system powered by e-batteries from Phil Lau, sales02 at impactpower.com. And I would not have known about that had it not been for my Brooklyn buddies, Diane and KJ. They had notified me that this cruise bike also has e-batteries. That's the one way for me to contact Bike.com and inquire, and they said, yeah, this is great. I recommend highly everybody. You're having a few problems with your, I know you're probably having a few problems with your upright because of the oxygen tire and how it feels. Get a cruise bike. Don't mess around. It is so good for the posture, so relaxing. Great. And it is a recumbent, and it is a little bit more expensive, but once you make that initial investment, it's worth every penny. Okay, now it looks like I'm approaching the end of what I'm doing. Let's look at my instructions. Emeryville, or the observation. I don't want to do the observation. Well, I'm here. I could go out to the observation pier. Okay, and I'll just double back. Okay, let's go out and take a look. And that's where that is where I will terminate this video at the observation period. Here. Okay. That's a little bit, but how many times am I going to do this again? Now, see a little bit of San Francisco in the background. This could be, yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this. And I'm glad you are here for the video. Well, no, I'm going to go this way. Looks like that's the bike trail. Yerba Buena, of course. Alright, what is that? Go around there. Oh, that's a U-turn. I think that's a U-turn underneath the bridge. Not necessarily for peds and cyclists. This is great. This is well worth it. And I need the loo. I've got one right there. Okay, the bike path may end, bike route ends, but that doesn't mean I have to stop. There are absolutely no other persons out here. Now, if it were crowded, I definitely would be, well, I see a couple of people. I definitely would be cycling. It would be pedestrians. Okay, looks for a car. Oh, this is so interesting. Okay, we're going to take a look at a couple of information plaques, 3, 4. Take a look at each. Okay. So this one, this is crossing San Francisco Bay. How they did it. And they, let's see, crossing the bay before there were only bridges and train boats were once the only option. In 1869, ferry from a terminal here near here finished the journey west for transcontinental railroad passengers. Started in 1903 with a competing company that was eventually called the Key System, used local electric trains. Electric ferries to provide a faster, more efficient mode of transportation. The train took passengers partway across the bay, and the ferry completed the trip to San Francisco. The commute from Berkeley to San Francisco took just 35 minutes. The Bay Bridge was opened in 1939. Electric trains were added to the lower deck. Financed by auto, tire, and gas corporations in the 1950s, Special City Lines bought up and dismantled aging streetcar and electric train systems throughout the USA, replacing them with bus service. That's why we don't have very good electric systems anymore. They are bought up by and substituted with people who wanted to use, so they could use, supply their own tires and everything. Terrible. Most cross-bay commuters today use a personal vehicle, and the commute from Berkeley to San Francisco can be more than an hour. Boy, if there's traffic, it'll be a lot more than an hour. Using public transit by bus, ferry, or the BART train helps reduce traffic. Isn't that great? Okay, let's see what's on the other side. Over here. It's a long-term vision. The Judge John Sutter Regional Shoreline was a long-term vision of former. I can't read anymore. Dust blowing it. I better suck down some water. Okay, that's the person who steered it through. Okay. Let's go on up here to the pier here. San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge. This is the second iteration because it was in, let's go down the end of it. In 1989, Loma Prieta earthquake, whatever date I said it, caused a portion of the upper eastern span to fall. The largest earthquake predicted on the Hayward Fault at 7.3. It's only 6 miles away. We have to do. Now the new bridge, built between 2002 and 2013, cost around $6.5 billion. And then over 100 million vehicles per year cross over. Okay, San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge. Catching fish from there. Now we're out here approaching the end of the observation pier. It's not too crowded. I have no guilty feeling cycling out here. Okay, let's look around here. Okay, there we are. There's Yerba Buena Island and San Francisco behind it. Okay. Looking good. Okay. Okay, let's see. I'll terminate this up. Get a good look around. This is great. I'm glad I came out. When I'm bike touring, that's the thing I have to do is I have to investigate everything. Because when's the next chance that I'll be coming through here? Now, I wonder if these are abutments for a previous bridge. See those abutments there. I don't see if there's any placards or anything marking these abutments. They sure do look like abutments for previous bridge. Oh, here's some information about watch out for what you catch. Okay. That's all in Spanish. What are you looking? Get there, gosh. Shad, Chinook, King Chinook, Ray Chinook, Black Perch, Birds Perch, Rubber Lip Perch. There's a lot of different fishes, but the question is, can you eat them? On the other side, obviously, there's going to be undoubtedly be. Okay, let's go like this. The guide to eating fish from San Francisco Bay. At least you can eat it. Eat the good fish. Eating fish that are low in chemicals may provide health benefits to children and adults. Avoid the bad fish, of course. Eating fish with higher levels of chemicals like mercury or PCBs may cause health problems in children and adults. You have to choose the right fish. Chemicals may be more harmful to unborn babies and children. And what are, okay, it gives the total servings for a week. 7 servings of American chab, 5 servings of king salmon, king Chinook salmon, 3 servings of birds, surf perch, black perch, rubber lip surf perch, white surf perch, 2 servings of California halibut or jack smelt, 1 total serving northern anchovy. I love anchovies. My anchovies come from Norway and Malta. So I didn't know the USA had any anchovies anyway. But it's a seafood, so I guess so. 1 serving of shark, striped bass that has benefit being high in omega-3s, walleye, surf perch, white sturgeon, white croaker, and do not eat any fish from the Lawrence Channel, the Mississippi silverside, the Pacific sardine, the shiner perch, top smell. And the serving size is a palm full, is about the slice of thickness of your hand. Eat only skinless fillet, eat only the meat when it comes to, okay, I guess I'm not eating more fish skin. Okay, now, backity, turn. All right, now we're going to go up here to the, port up to the toilet. That's where I'll terminate it. Okay. How interesting. How interesting. Of course, bikes always yield to pedestrians. Okay, this will be the termination point. This is the observation pier. Old Bridge and U Pier. As you walk onto the pier before you, I cycled. Constructed in 2019, you're stepping onto a piece of transportation history. The pier is built upon two pylons that supported the original San Francisco Bay Bridge near the merging of the land and water. So those are the pylons. I call them pier. Oh, I forgot what I call them. The Bay Bridge opened in 1936 and powerful human engineering provided an incredibly important artery for Bay Area transportation. On October 17, 1989, during the Loma Prieta earthquake, a portion of the upper deck of the bridge's eastern span collapsed, providing a wake-up call that a new earthquake-safe eastern span was needed. The new bridge was opened in 2013 after 11 plus years of construction and $6.5 billion spent. 6.5 US dollars. Caltrans finished the deconstruction of the old bridge in late 2017. Many agencies collaborated on the decision to save the last two pylons for sports. Built an observation pier at little additional cost while providing unique access to the bay for the public. Walking uphill, consider the planning involved to construct this pier to withstand many decades of sea level rise. The ornamental steel at the entrance of the pier is from the original bridge, untouched, and untouchable to most who cross it now. Now we got no smoking, no drones, no alcohol. And of course, there's nothing. Walking bikes, I did not walk. I cycled. But it's not crowded, as you can see. If it was crowded, I definitely would not be cycling. I'd be walking. Do not climb on railings, no skateboarding, and the fishing route does not attach fishing gear to pier furnishings or railings, no shade structures, clean fish off-site, dispose tackle properly. Okay. Soy John Iberg, aka Winnie Iberg, aka Biker John, my world upon wheels, retired world bike tour, and today is the 21st, Tuesday the 21st of July 2026, and within 1 to 2 hours I am going to be at my great ground floor room, America's Best Value Inn in Richmond. Que tengan buen día. Adios.